Tower.
Dylan.
That is Dylan, and who are you, Dylan?
I'm a new employee, started about a few weeks ago, but I'm here to stay for a bit, so
Yay!
should be fun.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, sound is fixed. We got you, my mans. But yes, for today, for introductions, as we were out for like the 5 seconds, Dylan, new face, a wonderful guy.
Hello.
D&D is his thing. And speaking of, that is also the agenda for tonight. Before a quick overview, we're going to go over some quick new items in, because, oh god, some D&D shenanigans, and we will explain that further into the video, as well as some other things that you, the viewers, the lovely viewers of Tower of Games, the adventurers from wherever you may come from, will get to interact and help me find fun new ways to torture the staff on camera. However, that being said, let's go ahead and move straight into it. For our new items, or lack thereof, Crimson Vow, Vampires for Days, Olivia Voldaren is gorgeous, and Soren, anywho.
Vampires, fun.
Vampires equal fun. But yes, as far as some of the items that did come out with Crimson Vow, bundles are out of stock. Collector boosters and booster boxes are still in stock at Virginia Beach. Set booster boxes, we do not have those in yet, and we are out of stock. For draft booster boxes, as far as I'm aware, we are now out of stock. Just ran out today, but when those do come back in, we'll be sure to let you guys know on stream. For Spirits Commander decks, I've got plenty, and for Vampire Commander decks, I do not have any more. As far as the next item, you want to do this one?
Sure, so we got our Tales of the Yawning Portal premium set.
What's that?
You want to lift it up for me over there?
Maybe.
It's a little heavy. It is this bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. So what comes in it is basically you got everything to assemble your own diorama of the Yawning Portal in for play. So this is this bad boy. You got a bunch of wood things on top.
So like tilt it. Use your words, Fred.
The mic. It's.
Yeah, we'll do this way. Is that better?
Is this better for you? All right. Yeah. With the icons of the realms, the Yawning Portal premium set comes with this giant diorama of the portal right here, wood on top. Nice little display for your miniatures when you're going into just destroying anyone as a DM. It's also great for just display, I think. I love displaying
pre-painted.
Stuff. That too.
It is pre-painted.
So it saves you the work of trying to, paint all this. That'd be a mess to paint.
Don't remind me.
All right.
But yeah, this is on sale, and I believe this is the only one we have in Virginia Beach.
That's the only one I saw. So
there we go. We also have a pandemic game using World of Warcraft. And so I believe it's using the Lich King? Lich Doodad. I don't remember his name, but he is the main focus of it, and it is pandemic using World of Warcraft characters, accoutrements, and good colorful things. Wrath of the Lich King is what it's called. Thank you, sir. Best part about willing customers, it's wonderful. It's like, I forgot to do a thing. Got you with the backup. All right, that is what's going to be coming from that. And for DSS games, they have gotten, well, actually, we have gotten, they are older titles, but we now have in Best Story Wins and Drunk, Stoned, or Stupid.
I kind of want to try out Drunk, Stoned, or Stupid. That sounds fun.
I do indeed have a camera and a Twitch channel. Let's make some magic happen. All right, so that's getting a circle. Let's see. For Best Story Wins, what is it?
So, Best Story Wins is a game for more mature audiences from DSS. Basically, what you do in it is you're going to battle for true stories. Players will take turns describing an eventful time of their life that matches the exact card prompt. Prompts include, but are not limited to, a first kiss,
oh boy,
strangest thing seen on a plane, worst roommate story, and other things like that for different prompts. So,
I don't have a lot of bad roommate stories. Most of them are positive, and it's great.
I live at home, so I don't have roommate stories in general.
You know what? The dog counts.
True.
For the sake of this game, the dog counts. Mm-hmm. What do you do? Eat your shoe? Talk about it.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? And then for Drunk, Stoned, or Stupid, it is a game for mature audiences, as is probably inferred from the title of activities. But it is for 4 or more players, and you get to take a guess at which person amongst your group is most likely to match the card prompt in what they would do under one of these 3 influences. And prompts include, but are not limited to, wake up with half a burrito in bed. I plead guilty to doing that sober. Shame people for going to bed. I claim guilty to doing that sober. and have a 20-minute conversation with Siri.
I plead guilty, but that's just because I'm stupid. So it fits it. It fits it.
There is no pleading the fifth. It's just straight to it. Self-incrimination. But that is all for restocks. We are here for the bread and butter of tonight. We are going to be doing a new little tidbit that is going to be a beginning for content on our Twitch page. It is also going to be a good steady content we'll be able to use for our YouTube channel, where you guys, the viewers, the adventurers from Virginia Beach, Newport News, and Chesapeake get to have your ability to mess with Tower of Games employees.
Make us suffer.
Context is very important for this stream.
True.
But to describe, what we are going to be doing tonight is that if you guys are viewing with us from wherever you are able to comment on this stream or on this YouTube video when it is uploaded, and I will be able to go back and see your comments. And so you guys are able to comment whatever you would like that is within Tower Games policies, so keep it PG. Innuendos are included. Do not do innuendos, please, as best you can, because I will laugh hysterically and we will get nowhere with the stream. But you are able to recommend, you are able to come up with, you are able to homebrew and conspire whatever places, monsters, NPCs, or whatever else might be encountered in either the chat or comment section that I will include in the one-shot, and I will personally be DMing it on camera for you guys. Oh boy, this will either go very well or very poorly.
Yeah. There's no in between.
There is no in between. But yes, just to reiterate the rules one more time, suggested material must coincide with Tower of Games policies, meaning effectively keep it PG to PG-13. Blood, murder, massacre, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine.
I've seen worse than PG-13 movies. It counts. We're fine.
It's fine. It also must be 5e compatible. As much as I have dived hardcore into Dungeons & Dragons, I am by no means a super genius of converting 1st edition or 3.5e into 5e. So if it's 5e compatible, I can work that in using my work schedule. So 5e compatible, please. And able to be completed or featured in a single D&D session that lasts about an hour to 2 hours. And so that's going to be about most time that I have on camera. And with that, that's actually one more thing. And so unless races or classes are what's suggested, materials used to run the campaign will be constructed using material found in stores and Wizards of the Coast publications. So if you guys want to have, say, what? That's mean, Scott. To describe, a tavern of mimics. Everything is mimics. The two staff are changelings. Have you ever had a mug try to bite back?
No.
The snack that smiles back. Mimics. Alright. They're not overly hostile, just everything's a mimic. 2 employees, 17 customers. Oh gosh, okay. Yikes. Alright, this is gonna be great. I'm loving this. But yeah, that's about all for the rules. And so everything seen on camera that we do this, when we do this live stream for the game will be everything that is going to be featured and purchased in Tower of Games, or I will be able to trace it to somewhere. That being said, let's get started. And we already have some stuff in chat running. So we have our mimic room.
Just everything in the room is just going to be mimic items.
Yep, Tavern of Mimics. Tavern of Mimics. I have to write all this down because the comments disappear as soon as the video's done.
Yeah.
Let's see, so there's that. And you said you already had a few ideas for this.
I had a few. It's mostly just because I, like a few hours ago, just came back from watching the new Ghostbusters movie, as well as Thanksgiving coming up. So I like the idea of a paranormal turkey.
Paranormal turkey.
Yeah, it can only take damage from magic attacks, not physical attacks, and it also can spawn like little eggs. The only feet, it has like 2 little feet legs. It was just like turkey legs, kind of walking at you. They're all like little baby eggs of just swarms, and they explode on impact. They're just like explosion eggs. I thought it sounded fun.
Okay, so only because I don't think I'll be able to get this on stream before Thanksgiving, I'll put it down as paranormal birds.
That works too.
So we're about to have Chicken Run, Nuclear Edition. That's your boss fight. It's just nuclear chickens. All right, so what else do we have in here? The archetypal tavern with a basement full of rats, but the basement is full of rats. Okay, so filled rat basement.
It's just like a liquid wave, but like it's just all rats.
There are minis for swarms of rats, so that will not be difficult. Although I might just have to get a like one of the draw-on boards with the dry erase markers and just make a very badly drawn "This is rats."
All rats.
It's all rats. All right, so we have that. Objective: buy a copy of a card that's in the warehouse. What warehouse? Because, like, buy a copy of a card. Is it, like, a, like, Witcher 3 mission where you're just running around trying to find cards from somebody?
Maybe.
Alright. Open the door. It's 6 feet deep of just rat.
More rats.
It is no longer a swarm. It is just rat.
Do you have a rat problem at home that you're just taking out your anger here?
I want to name him Cuddles. No, buy a single by the online inventory. Alright, so to answer that question, for getting a card from our online inventory transferred up here to the front, you can just send a request with the Tower of Games front staff, and we'll have it here within 24 hours. Or if you want to order it online at towerofgames.com, we can ship it directly to your door. Sidetrack.
Little sidetrack.
I mean, it's Twitch.
Yeah.
It happens. So if you do have questions for other stuff, feel free to let me know, because that is what we are here for. New objective, buy an Xbox.
Is the Xbox a mimic?
Apparently,
We can add that into it. It's just, we go to buy an Xbox, and then it's just a mimic, along with the room of mimics.
So we have nuclear chickens. We have Xbox now. Oh,
and then we add on top of that a PS4, and then it can fly because the fan's being so loud. And it's like we take like just damage from how loud it is when it turns on. But that's the mimic itself.
No, the PS4, no, it's like a PS2, but it's a caster. And so it's like whirlwind. You actually see it catch fire out of its vents, and just like a dust storm as it's finally able to cleanse itself.
This little mini boss is just a PS4.
Wait, hold on. So, attention, a kobold in the tavern. If anyone in the tavern mentions having to pay attention, the kobold demands their due. Are we talking money? So we have this kobold in a tavern, and his name is Attention. But whenever someone says, "Can I have your attention for me?" he's like, "Where's my money?" So, can I get some clarification on that? If it is going to be like, "Where's my money?" or if it's, "What you want?"
Currency, or is it like a blood due? Like, I don't know.
He's a vampiric
You owe me
kobold.
blood.
We are now in the region of... Oh, you have to pay attention. Okay. The kobold demands their due. They want their 2 copper. So he does want money.
I guess.
So is the kobold, like, spending the money, or is the kobold, like, receiving the money? He's like, you must pay to use my name.
Okay. They want 2 copper.
Okay, so whenever someone says his name, he wants 2 copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has his name copyrighted? That's just messed up.
Hey man, that's just how the world works.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
if you
mean.
actually ever delve into copyright laws, it is a whole mess.
It's a mess.
He wants 2 copper.
It's written in the bylaws somewhere under that copyright that you do have to pay attention.
Hard oof. Alright, so we have a kobold named Attention. And what else you got? I just have like 3 sheets of blank paper. Let's keep this train rolling.
That turkey thing was my main idea. Let's see. I can brainstorm some more. Let's see. I want more weapons.
More weapons?
I want some weapons.
What kind of weapons?
Let's see. I'm thinking I like ranged weapons.
Okay.
So some form of like, because I know in my current campaign for my stuff, I homebrewed for a friend. It's like a Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, but we've also added some stupid stuff on top of it, like a mini crossbow. So it's a little arm attachment that you just kind of just like pull back. You're able to shoot things, and we can even turn that into like magic stuff. Items.
So you're just copying Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Maybe.
Assassin's Creed Revelations, you could do all that.
I mean, I haven't played that one, so.
Okay, so for that part of the Assassin's Creed series, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations is where you were in the Italian Renaissance, and so you had like Leonardo da Vinci building and tinkering with the Hidden Blades.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's also why in that series with the Ezio Chronicles, you don't see him missing his ring finger because Leonardo altered it to where all he had to do was just like flick his wrist instead of having to grip it.
Got it.
Because the idea behind the Hidden Blade in the first game is that all you had to do was just like have it come out and it would take the place of where your ring finger was, so that way when you actually do walk away from the scene, it just like goes back up and it would be like inside your hand.
but we make it magic.
I'm just putting down ranged weapons. Funky!
Funky ranged
Funky!
And then let's see. What other weapons can I think of?
A repeating crossbow that has a chance to snap your thumb for 1d4 bludgeoning damage when you reload it. I'll just keep that under funky ranged weapons, because that's about the same. That's about the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, what if I was as much of a sadist to myself? No, wait, masochist is when you enjoy pain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was enough of a masochist to come up with a wild magic table for ranged weapon effects. Come up with 100 different profiles of this is what this one weapon just might do. It's like
a tiny chance of like just your leg coming right off for no reason for using a weapon on your hand.
Have you actually ever fired like a bow and arrow?
Yeah, I used to do a little bit of archery when I was in scouts for a bit, but like it's fun.
But like one of the profiles is that when you actually release the arrow, one of the profiles, like it goes forward, then just comes back and forth, and just like scraping the skin off your arm if you don't have the right equipment. It's like that's horrible. The M1 crossbow. All right, so hear me out.
I'm listening.
A warlock, but their patron is unable to be taken seriously. And so that will give a different effect to what their spells are able to do.
That sounds fun. It sounds dumb, but it sounds fun.
Alright, so unreliable warlock patrons.
A wizard, but we give him health.
A wizard whose primary stat is strength, and we just have Armstrong from like Full Metal Alchemist. I cast Fist. Just swirls his pecs, and a spectral fist just emerges. I am not going to be able to put all of this into a single campaign. So apparently we're just going to have to do this now. I'm just going to make like an Excel spreadsheet of just different categories of this.
You can combine things.
I could.
So we have the, Attention Kobold.
Attention
but he's
Kobold.
also the buff wizard.
That's fair. So, buff wizard caster. I gotta be really careful with these names, because so far we just got the meme game.
An enchanted mace of healing. It deals 1d8 damage and heals for 1d8 plus 1.
I actually like that.
That's just Brigitte from Overwatch.
Jeez. Alright, so enchanted mace, because I like that effect, because like, on one hand, this could go perfectly for you. On the other, it could very much not. Because you ever done that thing where like you're actually playing a D&D game and you're trying to roll dice just to see if it'll work? Yeah. And then it's like you actually have to roll 2 dice for this weapon. Roll your damage. Okay, I got 3 damage. Now roll for the other effect. He just got 9 health points back. Oh god. A mace of healing.
Just a 50-50 shot if you heal or not.
Yeah. Like... So deals damage plus healing.
A gun. That's their suggestion. Just a gun.
I mean, it'd be cool to do that, but like gunslinger is a thing, because I'm pretty sure that there are profiles for like a pistol in 5e. Yeah. And so you could just use that. It's like if you want a really absurd gun, then sure.
It's a small, like, little revolver, but it shoots entire large-size alligators. That's all it does.
That's fair, but for, like, just some aspect of, like, what this could be, because I'm a huge fan of, like, if there is going to be something weird and wacky inside of a D&D game, it still needs to make sense to some degree. Because, like, even for the nuclear chicken, I'm pretty sure there's a D&D god of madness.
Yeah.
And then all you would have to do for the egg yolks is just have the actual, like, eggs be made of something completely different, and then they're able to combust. Because, like, C4 uses electricity to combust. No big deal. But even for the gun, for, like, a little bit of prep time, is, like, have, like, 3 or 4 different powders that they use for, like, the Artificer class. Yeah. And then each of the powders is what does the different effect. And then I have, like, you know how Skyrim has, like, the whole alchemy list table and whatnot? Yeah. I can give them, like, a few chemicals that their character knows about. So, like... Rosemary will have a different effect on your gunpowder, or like opalite, I guess, will have a different effect on your gunpowder and whatnot. It is not going to be scientifically sound by any means. I got a C in chemistry, but like just have it where each of these different like blasts do a different effect. Yeah. And then do remember, blast back is very much a thing for higher tier firearms, because it's like for a bazooka, if you are behind the thing, it is taking you out today. It is taking you out today. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Wait, the Cloak of Tongues. The wearer tastes whatever he... Oh, God. Cloak of Tongues. I'm going to have to rename it, but I do...
sounds gross.
I do enjoy that. Because it's like, okay, we have this effect where it's like you're looking at something and now you're thinking on it. And now you just have sensory overload of that item. And then if you really want to be evil, you can have like a little soundboard next to you and it's like, you see this chalkboard. Your body feels like chalkboard.
Ew.
What do you mean? Trigger soundboard, nails on chalkboard.
What if you're allergic to something? Like, you make your character specifically allergic to something, and then it just, like, they look at it, and it tastes it, and then it's just like, you just have a visceral reaction.
But will the allergy still hit them, though? Because, like, if they have...
I don't think so. But...
Yeah, because, like, the actual chemical isn't
no.
affecting them, but it's like they actually taste it.
But it gives them a panic attack if they've actually, like, tasted it before. Like, they know it's kind of like, oh, no.
Like, just imagine this movie here. You have, like, someone walking into a tavern that is just like, yeah, I'm here for adventures. And then they just look to a mug, and you just see their eyes roll back in their head, and you just hear, silver! Oh, God, I'm gonna have too much fun with this. Oh, my head hurts. All right, what else we got?
The unspendable coin, a 1 gold piece coin that literally cannot be spent, exchanged, or otherwise gotten rid of. Anytime you try and spend this coin at a vendor, some event prevents the transaction for the next half hour. If you don't know you have it, roll percentile chance that you grab the unspendable coin. That's just pain. That's just trying to partake in capitalism and getting just screwed for it anytime you try and do anything about it.
On that, though, how would... What? Hold on. So it cannot be spent or gotten rid of at all. But the merchants would also not know if it was the unspendable coin. So that's just an advantage. That's just cash back.
Suppose.
Because, like, the transaction... Hold on. So some events prevent the transaction for the next half hour. But if transactions are done by hand... Oh, that's a cursed item. That would have to be a cursed item.
Yeah, it would.
Because if it's the unspendable coin, it's not that the coin physically is unspendable, because it is actually altering how the course of this interaction is working. And so if you decide to roll an Arcana check on it, you'll actually be able to tell that this thing is cursed.
Yeah.
But it's not like a malicious curse. It will just be like, yeah, you can't use this coin, so you better have 1 above. Actually, no, because it stops the whole transaction.
And does it still, like, bind to you or something? Because you can't get rid of it.
You can't get rid of it, but...
It just teleports back, or I don't know.
If you are able to get rid of it, it will come back to you. And then you have a percentile chance of getting it.
Like, just a 1? It's very unlucky.
I would probably have to do it 50-50, because I kind of want to see how this would happen.
Yeah.
I really want to see how this would happen. It's like, I want to pay for a room for the night.
No.
And then just like, doosh, the room goes dark. No. What? Why not? I want to get a room. No. And here's the other fun part. If the staff who are going to be in this campaign are actually watching, they get a heads up on all the things that I can do with this. It's going to be great. It's like,
Don't buy anything. Got it.
You know exactly what it is, but you can't stop it. As I flick my pen. A magical construct that cycles through damage resistance based on what it's been hit by most recently should be able to, with a variety of damage sources, exploit this to great effect. You have a chance of grabbing it out of your pouch without realizing. Alright.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll come back to that construct idea. That's pretty cool. But what else does your little brain have?
My pea-sized brain that can just come up with stupid stuff. Let's see. Let me just look around. I'm good at, like, taking in... Okay, let's see. How about... You see that tower up there? For, like, they can't see that. But it's basically just a stone tower, and it's gonna, like, just kind of spew out spaghetti.
A flying spaghetti monster church.
Yes. It's just spaghetti. And it does acid damage. Just 'cause I am just not... I don't know.
Alright, so
that's just what comes to my brain.
I'm going with food adventure, because now we could have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs Malicious Edition.
Yeah.
It's like, this realm is out to eat you, and you are currently in some unfortunate, like, Alice in Wonderland situation of, this grass is trying to walk on me. This food is trying to eat me. This bird is digging. Food venture. I like that. I like that. That's rude. For folks who are missing context, I recently had a catalytic converter stolen from out of my car. And no, I am not having a catalytic converter be stolen from a campaign. That's mean. I got it fixed, okay? I got that fixed. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. What other things? Like, we can just look out across the whole store.
I'm trying to think of something that would be useful instead of, like, hurting people all the time with, like, stupid stuff.
Well, yeah, things that would be useful, but, like, even for the whole spaghetti thing, you could just have a bag of holding.
True.
But it is a sloppy mess of spaghetti for the food campaign. Because food is still food. And so if you're... Oh, that's like a weird Fey magic thing. Ooh. We're actually doing pretty good on comments, so I might go for a few extra minutes. We're doing pretty good on comments.
Let's see.
Like a rubble kitten. A ghostly kitten that follows goodly characters and grants them minor boons. I like that. See, he knows my sushi cat on my work shirt. He knows how to get to me. Meow.
I mean, sushi's good.
The sushi is good. I had it today.
I was supposed to have sushi, like, last week, and then just plans didn't fell through.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, I'm a little sushi'd, craving it.
Well, there are plenty of sushi joints in town.
Yeah. Let's see, and then I think this would be a cool, like, little tool.
Yeah.
You're able to... It's kind of like a more of, like, a druid type aspect type thing, but you have insects that can kind of form together to form any tool. Like, they take the construct, like, they join together, kind of. I don't want to say, like, not mold together.
Is it biological insects, or is it, like, mechanical insects?
Like, insects around you, like, biological. Like, you have, like, a form of ants that take the form of a spear, if you, like, and you're spearing people with insects.
Okay, so I wouldn't say the ants for a spear, but I like
ants,
that.
But I like, it's just, like, you're able to form them, use them around your surroundings into, like, any kind of tool or weapon. It might be a little busted, but I think it sounds interesting.
I mean, it would be mainly, like, flavorful, because, like, for your Eldritch Blast is just, like, a whole bunch of, like, nasty bugs that are, like, viciously ripping into the person.
Yeah.
And it's, like, that's more flavorful, but, like, I'm always a fan of doing the side of, like, let's play more on the story side of things. So, like, I would give that player effects or bonuses that would, like, synergize with insects. Insect druid / warlock, because that is what makes sense. Actually, wizard, too. And a ranger.
Yeah.
That works for all of those. That's pretty cool.
Just a fun little weapon that most people can use for classes.
Oh, no. So one of our viewers from earlier today has actually tuned in, and he is now in chat. Hello, friend. For the Goblet of Wine. WHINE. And I like this one because I like yelling at people. To describe what it is, the Goblet of Wine is where it is able to transform whatever liquid you put inside of it into the best, like, liquid wine delicacy of that particular region. So, like, if you fill the Goblet of Wine with water, then it is able to transform into, like, a aged, fine, like, actual, like, red or white wine. But the issue is, when you fill it with liquid, it will unrelentingly pester you and yell at you so long as any moisture gets in it. Because the Goblet of Wine is able to sense when a liquid is placed inside of it. And so for it, like, whenever you're trying to drink from the Goblet of Wine, because lo and behold, you're in the middle of nowhere and you need to drink something, you just get to have a 20-minute argument with this goblet, try to survive. It's like, I don't want this. And you're like, I need to win. I like that. That's fun.
That sounds fun. It sounds annoying, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, it would be annoying, but, like, the benefit is it would make whatever, like, decently aqueous, it will put whatever decently respectable liquid you put inside of it drinkable.
Yeah.
And I would include salt water. I would include salt water in that, because then it's like, you know how you go to, like, a bar sometimes, you have, like, margarita on the rocks? It's just that. It's like a little sugar rim around the glass.
Yeah, all the salt just goes into its salty personality. Makes it normal water. So it dilutes it completely, because all the salt goes to its complaints.
Buffer Shield, a magical shield that can be used to delay the damage from an attack over the next few turns. Alright, I'm down for that.
Interesting.
That'd actually be really fun for, like, a Warforged concept, just, like, go full steampunky.
Yeah.
And it's like their whole thing is centered around a clock.
So like each time it kind of buffers the clock, kind of.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
I like that idea. All right. Anyone else in chat have any more ideas?
How about you? Any ideas? A flying well.
Like a water well.
Like a water well. A flying well.
Does it fly with wings, or is it just flies? it just goes. It's just like you're trying to go get some water to put in your yelling cup, and it's just gonna like take off.
But here's the thing. I can also give it legs. And now you just have this uncomfortably large well that has like those stickly legs, and it's just like trying to trudge its way through the ground to get away from the party, and now it's just leaving all of the hard work. Oh my god.
Oh boy, that's something.
Oh, God. I would have to like steel my face and my emotions whenever we actually do end up doing this. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, I have to write this out, plan it, and find an accurate enough way to describe it to where it's like, yes, I am fully serious about what I am describing right now.
The well comes out of the ground, flying towards you with its skinny leg.
With its skinny
you gotta
legs.
be as serious as possible.
And it will flop onto its back, and you are unaware of what it is attempting to accomplish as it lifts itself just high enough to spin around, and all of you make a dex save.
Uh-oh.
Translation: this well has begun breakdancing. Get wrecked! Oh my god, my head already hurts. Oh,
The combat's blacksmith's hammer. Stat as a club or one hammer does low damage, but when you attack someone wearing heavy armor with it, it magically realizes the armor in an uncomfortable way. The victim must spend an action to readjust their armor and suffers disadvantage on attacks and strength dex checks until it does. Why?
It's just a minor inconvenience.
Again, it's just annoying.
Wait, let's take it a little bit farther than that, because for this whole WoW magic table, just have it be like a whole list of inconveniences that one item is able... item of inconvenience.
Item of inconvenience. Oh boy. So the most minor things.
Mm-hmm. Or you could even take a few of the pages out of the Witchlight book, and it's like, you have lost 3 inches to your height.
Oh no.
And the only way to get it back is to get this result again from this table. And that is how this party is formed, is because all of you got hit by the wand of inconvenience, and you are only traveling with them to make sure that you can get whatever you lost back.
I mean, that's a good way to make everyone kind of together make that make sense.
You could all... There's a bag of weasels? Is there a bag of weasels?
I don't know.
Can I get cuddly fuzz mammal serpents in a bag?
I guess. I've never heard of that, but...
But 50... Wait. What? That's so unfortunate. Because it's like whenever you reach down, it's like, I'm going to grab my sword. You plunge your hand into the bag, you grip something, and it's still, like, it has enough form that you think it's a solid.
How about this is my weasel.
No, here's the worst part. Whenever you pull out, whatever you're expecting at, like, full strength, you just hear the most ungodly squealing as you're choking this poor weasel to death, and it's just trying to bite and claw at you to get out of your grip. You're like, I'm sorry. And now you have to live with the rest of your life the traumatic damage of I could harm an innocent, fluffy creature at any moment. Because it's not a badger, it's a weasel. Mm-hmm. If it was a badger, ooh, that thing will take your arm with it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But ferrets are cuter.
They are
So what
cute.
if we have a nice ferret, so it feels even more bad that you're hurting ferrets?
Yes, but then there's that other time where it's like, yo, I'm trying to do a party trick at this tavern. Witness me pull a weasel from this bag.
It's just a sword.
Hi-ya! And you're like, oh no.
Ends up being just a bomb that you forgot you had in there. And it's like, uh-oh, that's not what I meant.
But here's the problem then. If that's the case, I have to randomly roll for whatever it is you actually end up grabbing. Oh, no. And then to actually make it spicy, I can put items from the previous owners in there who gave up trying to pull stuff out of it because they're like, I don't know where it is. I ain't got time for this here. And you're like, a bag of holding? Thanks. What is this dragon's tooth I just pulled?
So if you want something suspicious, you got like, or anything specific, you have a 50-50 chance of getting your weasel, and if you're going for the weasel itself, it's just going to be like a random chance of like 50-50 you get the weasel or you get anything out of the bag.
Even if you're trying to grab anything, it could be the item you put in there, or it could be a weasel or one of the previous owner's things. What? The kind version of it is the weasel turns back into whatever it was upon its demise. How is that kind?
That's not kind.
How is that kind? Like, if it got out of range, sure, because then it just morphs back. But, like, I just kind of like just pulling random weasels out of a bag.
If you're really unlucky, you're just going for one specific thing. Like, you need a bomb to kind of break something. And it's just like, no.
Weasel?
No, it's just, you keep rolling weasel.
Weasels are able to comprehend common.
That would be funny. They're just, what are you doing?
Oh, God. I'm going to put all of my voice skills to work. Oh, no. The unkind version is the weasel dying destroys the item. That is mean. That's real mean.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the thing just like permanently morphing into a weasel, but it still has some of the attributes. Mm-hmm. So like you try to pull for a sword. The weasel is made of steel. That's a dense weasel. Hello, dude. Dense.
Now you just have like a flame tongue sword in there. You pull it out. The weasel's on fire.
He just comes out.
Just screeching, and it knows common, so it's just asking for help. Help! I'm on fire! Put me out! You can't put it out because it's an enchantment. Unless you say the word.
I love it so much.
It's gonna be a mess.
Here's the thing: my favorite animal is a raccoon, so I can make it. So there's a raccoon in the bag that is always stealing stuff, and you have a chance of pulling this patron demi-deity of this bag. Oh my God.
Lord Raccoon, stealer of items.
Yeah! I would have so... Oh my God, I'm probably going to make that a permanent item. I love that. That is so much pain, but so much fun. Oh no. Oh, we actually had another customer who I was talking to earlier when I was coming up with the idea for the stream. He's like, what if we made it so there is a stone that is able to capture monsters that have been defeated? Because you are able to non-lethally defeat something in melee.
Yeah. So
what if?
It's like a Pokeball?
You have that owlbear. Use him wisely. Balls of capture, I guess. I don't know. I'll come up with a better name later.
So it's just a Pokeball.
Yes, it is just a Pokeball. But what would be even worse if there was like Omnitrix, and now you just have this fighter just like rolling up to a druid, and he's like, sup? What's all, dude? The unspendable coin becomes a weasel. I don't need to know what that debacle looks like. It's like, I need to get rid of this weasel, but I literally can't. I now have a new NPC that cannot die.
Oh, it's the immortal weasel.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, battery's dying. Oh, jeez. All right. That is about 10 minutes over time, so we got pretty close. But that is everything that I have for tonight for you guys. And again, I will be checking comments on the YouTube as well. And this VOD, as always, will be up on our Twitch page when the stream is completed. That being said, Dylan and Wyatt at Tower Games of Virginia Beach, signing out. I'll see you guys. This will be coming soon.